What is that face?
Does he think it's a photo?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Hey hunters, how you doing? Earlier this year you've seen us in Africa. You would have seen us on Instagram and Facebook and everything else going hunting and whatever. We asked some questions while we were there of you guys to give us details about what you wanted to hear from a local taxidermist. What?
I'm over to talking.
Oh, righto. Sorry about that. Do you remember Africa?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the taxidermy?
Yes.
Was it awesome? What was your favourite thing? The rhino?
Nope.
The buffalo?
Nope.
Quick, tell them. What was it? While Jack thinks about that, what we've got here is a video with a whole list of questions that we've asked the taxidermists.
Now I know.
Tell me.
Zebra.
Zebra. Woohoo! Who shot a zebra?
The best part of my family.
Oh, the best part of your family, his mum, of course. So while what you'll see in this video is a whole heap of details about what Highveld do from a taxidermy perspective, and they're answering the questions that you guys have asked. So if you have any others other than this, please make sure you send us a PM or ask us again, and we'll get through to the guys and we'll put something back. So cheers, enjoy watching. We got a number of questions sent through to us, which was really good. And one of the first of those questions was about how we can guarantee that the trophies you receive are actually yours, whether it be skins or horns or whatever else.
So basically step one is anything that comes into the quarantine area gets an individual number. So Rob dropped off X and Y trophies. Everything is tagged, both skins and skulls, with your individual number.
Yep.
And that gets tracked from the beginning of the process till the delivery date.
Yep.
The second thing is that we send you photographs of all the skulls once they've been cleaned, so that you can compare them to your hunting photos to make sure that those are indeed your skulls. 90% of the time, overseas hunters don't actually physically drop off their own trophies. The outfitter,
like us?
Yeah, like you. The outfitter will do it on their behalf, so that's just a double guarantee to make sure that they've actually dropped off the correct skulls.
We actually rang Ideon and he's going to pick up some of our trophies for us, which is really cool as well. So, you know, if you do need that, these guys are able to do it as well.
Yeah, that's a service that we provide free of charge to our outfitters.
There was something else you were telling me about this new process you guys are going to do?
So we're busy developing an application where everything would be uploaded onto the cloud.
Yeah.
It basically just helps you track your order from the beginning to the end without having to send an email or phone call just to follow up on your order. We'll upload photos of the progress of the skins being tanned or the mannequins being made, and that way we can also use that as a method to confirm that the mannequin shape is to your satisfaction, and then you can track the progress as and when we carry on with the entire procedure.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's in the development stages. We're hoping to launch that by the end of the year.
So one of the times when I had some trophies sent back, we actually had a shipping company go broke, which caused all sorts of issues for my, to receive my trophies. And I guess one of the biggest concerns for me, that was like the first time my son had ever hunted overseas, and it was certainly his first African trophy by any stretch. Now through a long drawn out process, we ended up getting everything back, which was great. For all intents and purposes, for several months, we thought we weren't going to get anything back, which was, a terrible place to be when you come and hunt and do all that kind of stuff. So what type of things, or what does Highveld do to make sure that the trophies are, taken from the process of build and putting it all together and then shipping and receiving?
So the owners of Highveld Taxidermy also own their own shipping and logistics company called Oxy Logistics. So the handover is seamless. It's instantaneous. The minute that we finish the trophies, the paperwork and the trophies get handed over to Oxy Logistics for crating and for shipping. And then Paulo Fernandez would then start the quotation process to see what the most efficient and quickest way would be for you to get your trophies via sea freights or via air.
Yeah.
They're located on the premises. There's no confusion. There's no dilly-dallying about. It's just an extra guarantee for you. It doesn't mean that you have to use the service. It just adds to the convenience factor of it.
So, Ideon, one of our followers asked about training. Like, what kind of training do the guys have? Is there any formal training for taxidermy in South Africa or around the world that you guys do, or is it more of kind of an artistry feature set? You know, where you guys obviously have a skill set that you hone over time.
I would say it's more of a skill set than any formal training per se. You can't train anybody to be an artist. We have one gentleman here that's been working here since 1991, and he started basically in the quarantine area. And then he just worked his way up, and he eventually honed that artistic sense where he's the go-to guy when it comes to complicated mounts. I wouldn't say there's any formal training in the country available from my understanding, but there are definitely a lot of set guidelines throughout the globe, international standards and international companies that provide these types of services where they can give training material. But as far as us, Highveld's concerned, the only qualified individuals that we would classify would be the owner, which started the company, and he didn't just portray that skill onto the workers below.
So the owner is actually a taxidermist himself.
Correct.
Correct. Does he still keep his hand involved in those things?
Yeah, he does. He likes to keep his finger on the pulse.
Good stuff. Excellent.
What's done in order to keep smells out of the taxidermy?
Smells out of the taxidermy. See, that would all start from the beginning. So the secret is to skin the animal as efficiently and as properly as possible. Look, you can't stop the bad smells. We can just try and get rid of the source of it. So if we get skulls delivered that are already in the process of rotting, we'll just start cooking them a lot quicker to get rid of all that rotting material. But the key is to make sure that the animal is skinned as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible.
How do you ensure that the skins are kept fresh in the heat?
The same thing, same principle. Skin it as properly as possible, and the secret is to dry, or to get the skin as dry as possible, as quickly as possible. Skinning it, letting it out to dry, not in the sun, preferably. Just washing off all the excess blood and completely covering it with salt, just to get it as dry and as quickly as possible, and then you'll be fine. Damp or wet skins or raw skins promote bacterial growth. The quicker that they dry out, the quicker the bacteria gets out of the system. And the more bacteria, the more risk of hair slip. We offer 3 different options to any international clients that come through. Dipping, which is something I would never ever recommend. Dipping is purely just shipping the raw materials as is. We make it export friendly by submerging it in a solution of a pH level, a certain pH level for 3 or 4 days, drying them out again, and putting them in a crate, and off you go. That process takes about 3 months to obtain all the necessary export permits and import permits on your side. The risk is that you're not going to get, there's no guarantee that you're going to get a good quality skin back home. A crate can be left outside at the airports, water seeps in if it starts raining, and when there's rain, water, bacteria. The second option that we would rather than you opt for would be a tanning and a cleaning process where we tan every single skin, guarantee the quality, ready for mounting back home. It saves time on your taxidermist side, and the skins will be guaranteed to be used. Tanning and cleaning takes between 6 to 7 months. So that's also the tanning process, getting the permits ready for export, etc. I would always opt for a tanning process prior to you opting for a dip and ship. You've spent all this money coming to this country hunting. The last thing you want is not any trophy to show for it. Then obviously we have the final option, which is mounting, which is where we get creative and give you packaged trophies that you can just literally hang on your wall when you get back home. That takes approximately 12 months. We factor in the 13th month for crating and shipping, because we all know that different countries have different import rules and delays. So let's work on 13 months for mounting.
One of the guys have asked about, obviously heat and the skin and all of that kind of stuff. And I guess what's the best practice where prior to coming to delivering your stuff to the taxidermist from your perspective? Like what do you guys expect?
Right. The best case scenario would be if you would inquire with your outfitter that you're going to be using what the skinning facilities are going to be, whether they've got their own skinners that go along with them, or whether they have qualified skinners at the establishment where they hunt.
Yeah.
The better that the animal is skinned, the better for us. You know,
Yeah.
the less work we have to do to try and rescue the situation, if I can be so bold.
Yeah.
We completely understand that there will be establishments out there that aren't 100% comfortable with, for example, face caping an animal,
Yeah.
where we can take over and just start skinning it as quickly as possible. But obviously, time would be a factor.
Yeah.
If you're coming for a 7-day hunt and you shoot a wildebeest on your first day,
Yeah.
you need to cape it as soon as possible in order to make sure that there's no hair slip.
Yeah.
So that's always something to take into consideration when you do go hunting, just to make sure about the skinning facilities.
Yeah.
We do have local hunters that bring through skulls still attached to the head where we have no problem taking over.
Yeah.
Whereby we would always say put it in the freezer. Freeze it as quickly as possible, because if you freeze it then there's no bacterial growth. We will then cape it outside.
Okay.
But I would expect that any reputable outfitter or professional hunter would be able to provide the skinning service when you do come hunting.
Yeah. Okay.
Should you ask about salting sheds as well? Should they have those?
Yeah, they should. They should. I'd say 99% of all the establishment would have salting sheds as well as cold rooms where they can hang meat. So it would be part and parcel of the entire procedure or the experience is to have that cold shed and a salting shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any difference between the size of the animal? I mean, I would, like in my head, I know that the bigger animals generally have thicker skins and the smaller animals have thinner skins. Does that change the way you should kind of treat the animal?
I wouldn't say it should change the way that you treat the animal. There are certain species which do show hair slip much quicker.
Yeah.
And we call it the spirals. So
Yeah.
your kudu, nyala, eland and bushbuck.
Yeah.
They tend to show hair slip quite quickly.
Okay.
Oh, good, all the pretty ones.
All the pretty ones.
Yeah.
So what we do is we, to the outfitters that use our service, we provide them with chemicals to use.
Yeah.
It's a cocktail of like a bactericide that they dip the skins in just to wash off all the bacteria,
Yeah.
all the blood, any ticks and insects, and then they wash it off. It's basically like a soap. Provides more of a security net
Okay.
that your skins will be fairly decent when they get you.
Yeah. Yeah. And with that stuff, they pick that up off you, do they? The
They
outfitters?
pick it up, or we can send it to them. We drop it off when we go collect trophies.
Yeah.
It's a free product that we give to outfitters and to hunters that want to make use of our services.
Yeah, okay, great, excellent. So how often during the process do you make contact with the customers?
Obviously the initial phase is a lot of contact back and forth, trying to finalize all the different poses and different instructions that the client may have.
Yeah.
That would predominantly be me. The next phase would go on to Barbara from finance to say we've received the payments, or thank you, we're going to hand it over to production.
Yeah.
The production team would make contact with you maybe once or twice throughout the entire process, just to make sure that these are the correct instructions that you would like.
Yeah.
Things change, you might have changed your mind, you could have moved house,
Yeah.
you need to change your pose, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then the final stage would be when everything is finished, we send you completed photos of all the items, and then we hand over to the shipping company.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks everyone for watching, as Jack said, and we appreciate that, don't we?
Yeah.
And we'll see you again soon. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. All the profiles are there for you guys to follow and give us a shout out. PM us. We love to hear from you.